You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level. Today's show is sponsored by Dr. Jacalyn. Take charge of your life personally, financially, and professionally. Visit drjacalyn.com to book an appointment today.
Hi, welcome to Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, live on Business Talk Radio and social media. This is the variety show. We are so thrilled that we have 4 programs that are now on Business Talk Radio, and we appreciate your loyalty in helping us increase our brand. My guest today is an incredible person whom, had the pandemic not happened, I probably would not have met her. She has accomplished so much, and I want to bring her out. First of all, I am your host and executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. I am a certified coach. I help people get over anxiety, and I also help people coaching in interview skills. So that's all about me. Enough there. Let me bring on Mindy Thomas. Mindy, it's great to see you live from Las Vegas. I've been dying to say that. It's Mindy Thomas. And Mindy is the consummate professional when it comes to contemplating a career change, career development, professional resume writing. Look no further but to Mindy Thomas. So, Mindy, tell us about your company.
Well, gosh, first of all, thank you for inviting me on today, and congratulations on your 4 new shows.
Well, thank you.
That's like an unbelievable feat. In the middle of COVID, you're producing, you're directing. It's just an amazing journey you've been on this year.
Well,
so, congratulations. I'm happy to be here. And yes, live from Las Vegas, we have beautiful weather. I know the East Coast is hunkered down. I know it's happy hour. I feel like we should be cheering, chinning martinis or something right now. But in any event, I am the founder and the principal of Thomas Career Consulting. And I have basically 2 buckets, 2 lines of service, if you will, the career marketing and, of course, career counseling. So when people are in a jam and they're not getting traction out there, they're calling in to have that resume, that cover letter, and LinkedIn profile re-engineered to bring out the best in their career so that they can get noticed. It's, as you know, very competitive right now. And at the same time, we have people that don't know what to do next. And they're struggling and they're without hope. And so they call in to say, hey, I'm looking at other options because I don't know what to do now. That's it in a nutshell.
Mindy, how much of what you do, in addition to helping people with their career, is also like being a therapist?
Oh. Sometimes I feel like the career doctor. It is an area and a specialization, because see, resume writing, you're just interviewing and getting the facts and then synthesizing that and creating a compelling document. With counseling, we start with self, knowing thyself. And along with my client, I am going on this journey to learn about their values, what's important to them, the skills they want to use, not just the ones that they are good at, because you can be very good at something, have high skill, but low interest. So there's a lot of people take pride in what they do and they do it well, but they have no interest. So that encompasses a lot of folks out there. And then we look at personality makeup. I use formal tools such as the Myers-Briggs, the Strong Interest Inventory, the FIRO-B to learn about their needs, as well as what we call quick and dirty paper and pencil assessment tools. So my job is to learn with them about their needs, their personality, what's important, and what they're sick and tired of doing. Of course, against the job market, because the job market is changing, right? So it's a big process. And so those folks that call in are depressed. They are anxious. When I get a call for counseling, it's crisis. It's crisis going on. I mean, can you imagine being at a job you didn't love, or being with a supervisor you can't stand, or in a culture that didn't work for you, that didn't value you and the rest of your peers, or you're getting paid poorly? I mean, I could go on about the number of reasons why people go into career counseling. But I think the bottom line is right now is that they're going in circles and they just don't know what to do. And they talk to their wives and their husbands and their girlfriends and their boyfriends and their parents. And then I get the call. Sometimes I'm bookmarked for 9 months on Google. Bookmarked.
Oh my gosh.
And then they pull the trigger.
And it's Mindy to the rescue.
I try to. I really love this work.
And I'm sure that when you meet with your clients, your passion for how much you love your work is an inspiration for them to try to find something that they also feel passionate about.
That's correct, Jackie. I mean, if I didn't believe in change, I could not do what I do. I believe in hope and change, and anything is possible. I know what it's like to be at ground zero. I know, I've been there. So when they call in with, oh, I got fired. Oh, I've been fired. Oh, I got laid off. I've been laid off. I don't like my boss, Mindy. I remember when, right? So I understand the pain points of what people are going through. So I have a tremendous amount of empathy and compassion for where people are, and I will meet them wherever they are. So sometimes people go into counseling and they have a clue. Sometimes they have these ideas about going into business. Sometimes they have no clue. It's a blank slate. And I try to make people feel more easy with the decision because I'm completely comfortable with a sea of ambiguity, not knowing. For most of my childhood and early teen years and into college, I think my three brothers and I really didn't know what we were going to major in, what we were going to do. We were military brats and raised all over the country and in Europe, and we really didn't know. We weren't clear. And so I understand that pain also of not knowing.
It's interesting. I spoke to someone yesterday who is supposed to be doing this certain career path because that's what the parents want. And this person doesn't want to do it. And it's impacted this person in so many ways emotionally, to be cast down this path that you don't want to go down. And so I think that there are plenty of people right now who are also in that situation. They're completely afraid to make a change or to move forward. So it's enlightening to know someone like you is out there, that you've already gone through your own adversity and that you've been able to take that and become the success that you are. And let's also talk about the fact that during this pandemic, you decided to make this incredible change and move out to Vegas. Mindy, what were you thinking?
I knew I would always move west one day. I knew it. But
So
I did a little visit out here in July to see. Well, I have 4 kids and they're out west. That's one reason. But secondly, sometimes, well, not sometimes, it's all about timing. So I came out here in July. Remember that RVN said I was quarantined for 14 days because I was in Nevada. I said, okay, well, I'll stay a couple more days. And I thought, well, while I'm here, let me network, right? Your net worth is all about your network. So I'm like, well, let me call up a realtor and take a tool around here at Lake Las Vegas and see what's for sale. And then 72 hours later, I was making an offer and coming back to Philadelphia and telling my friends, like, I'm going. I am really going there. And put the house on the market, sold 3 weeks later, and just made hundreds of decisions, buying and selling a property and running a business. And got out here in the middle of October before the election, which I was happy, like no more chaos. There's enough chaos going on. But I figured after the election, it was going to be crazy, and it is. So I'm out here and settled, and I love the environment, the sunshine, the blue skies, and the weather. Like, we go down to about 35 or 40, and then during the day, like today, it's probably 69, a really good day for golf. But I had the show with you, so no golfing today.
Sorry about that. I have to say, Mindy, first of all, I want our audience to know that we met through RVN TV.
Yes.
And I happened to watch one of your shows, and I was just so blown away at your interview skills and how professional you are. I reached out to you, and we became fast friends.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've met in person, have we?
No.
I feel like I know.
Never met in person.
It's amazing because I feel like I've known you forever, and to watch from a distance what decisions you made, and you also had some challenges, personally with a family member, right? That you had to make a decision what to do, but whether you should stay, go. And I thought to myself, how is this woman making all of these decisions that are major life decisions?
Oh, yeah.
So for anybody out there who's watching, listening, it can be done because Mindy Thomas did it all.
Oh, thanks, Jackie. Thank you.
So we have to take a quick break, but I'm actually excited that we're taking the break because we are going to be hearing from someone very special, and that very special person would be Mindy.
Gosh.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look. But before we look at your commercial, give us a little background on it.
Well, I engaged Wendy Saltzman, who formerly worked for Channel 10 and went into business about 2 years ago, Philly Power Media. She is an amazing producer and director of films and social media. She's a person that can pull together a commercial for you. And this is my latest, newest corporate video. And I hired her 2 years ago. And then I'm moving out here. And it's like, oh, I don't want to lose that deposit. I better pull this together. So I did do this. I moved out here October 13th. So I think I did this like October 3rd in the middle of packing, went downtown Philadelphia, and she shot, directed, and cut this video, and we collaborated after the first draft was presented. And it's just a little bit about what I do, and it's I think it's a good piece. We'll see what y'all think.
It's outstanding. I've been playing it on my shows, and if
Thank you.
anything, Mr. Alcini, who was with NBC for years, said it's dynamite. So.
Oh, wow. That means a lot coming from Al.
Yes. Let's take a look at it now. Mindy Thomas. Here we go.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. I'm Mindy Thomas, founder of Thomas Career Consulting. If you are dealing with the stress of having been terminated or being laid off, considering a career change, or you simply cannot land a job with your current resume, you came to the right place. My professional expertise centers on being trained in two distinct areas: career counseling and career marketing. I am also the host of Career Chat, a weekly talk show which appears on RVN TV. My end game is helping you to overcome the self-doubt, the fear, and the other barriers you are facing right now in a very tricky, perplexing, and complicated job market. .5 seconds. That's how much time it takes a recruiter to scan your resume. On top of that, electronic applicant tracking systems may reject you even if you have the skills, education, and experience. I teach you how to win when you absolutely have to. My resume writing practice is built on a personalized, collaborative, and strategic approach that showcases your accomplishments in a way to get you noticed. At the center of my strategy is identifying your strengths and targeted keywords to make you stand out from the competition. As a professional resume writer, I know what it takes to impress even the most discriminating hiring manager. Changing careers, launching a new one, overwhelmed or stuck in a dead-end job? I have more than 2 decades of experience as a Georgetown-trained leadership coach, resume writer, career counselor, and recruiter. So whether you're a student, a top executive, or simply struggling to find your own career identity and you're feeling lost, you can count on me to lead you through the journey of self-discovery. I will formulate a step-by-step plan that begins with the assessment of your skills, your interests, your values, and your personality, and then explore the opportunities that are best suited to align with you. In essence, what makes sense for you? With 25 years of business experience, I have been privileged to work with a diverse group of adults, from young high school students to the millennials, the generation X, Y, and Z, and boomers. Let me put that to work for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Welcome back to Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn here on Business Talk Radio and social media. We are live from Las Vegas with the beautiful, talented, successful Mindy Thomas. It is a pleasure to have you.
Oh gosh, Dr. Jacalyn, I got to tell you, thank you for those compliments. That's very sweet. But your music just makes me want to get up and cha-cha. It's just like awesome.
Well, thank you.
It's super. I love the music.
Thank you. So I'll just give a quick background on that. So I started producing this show in August. I started doing the show in May. I had no experience whatsoever. And I realized that I needed some theme music per Mr. Cini. So I looked and found Pond 5.
I love Pond 5.
Pond 5. And so I got a license for this to be, the show to be played globally. So it's a Pond 5. But let's talk about your commercial. I think it's brilliant. I think it really shows you and what you have to offer in such a professional way. And yet it's entertaining and it keeps your attention. So I think you did a great job.
Thank you so much. I'll tell you that first of all, I don't know if you realize, but Las Vegas, New York, and Philly are at the end. The scenes, I wanted Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a drone. I'm sorry. It's called a drone shooting. And we have Vegas, Philly, and New York in that last part, that piece. And believe it or not, when you're working with an investigative reporter who is highly skilled at delivering the news, and you're working with her, I can't tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, how many times she made me say those lines. And I thought, like, after 4, I did a great job. But no, again, okay. Right. And I would have to say the lines. I don't know how many. It was unbelievable. And then I see the final product. And of course, you wouldn't have known I said the lines 30 times, but that's what happens when you're running and taping that kind of show, or that commercial, I should say, to get it right. That's what it takes. But it takes someone on the other side of the camera who knows what sounds good in your voice and your intonation. So I couldn't have been happier. You should hire her. She's fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you reach her?
Wendy Saltzman? Oh, well, I'd have to look her up, but I'll definitely share that with you.
Perfect. So for anybody watching who wants a professionally made commercial, Wendy Saltzman.
Oh, by the way, it's Philly Power Media. That's how you can reach her. Philly Power Media and Wendy Saltzman, and she'll come up.
Now, how long did it take you to film this commercial?
A couple hours.
Okay, so that's not bad.
I got there at 10. I think I left at 2:00, but that's a 3-minute video, which was cut into 3 separate. So there's a introduction, there's a resume writing, and then career counseling. So I have, a minute, and a minute. They're cut in 3 to be used elsewhere.
I can kind of see how that would happen. Yes. So, so let's talk about the fact that you obviously know your business, you know your clients, you know you can work from anywhere, because otherwise you wouldn't have moved out to Vegas, right?
Right.
So what's changed, if anything, for you from a business perspective since you moved to Vegas?
Nothing's changed.
Perfect.
The calls are coming in at 6:30 in the morning, my time, which is 9:30 your time. So when I see a call coming in, I'm just now getting my coffee and I've got my robe on and the calls are coming, and Thomas Career Consulting, they would never know that I just woke up. No, I love working East Coast hours because at 5:00 my time, it's 8:00 their time, and most people are so busy during the day that they can't pick the phone up and concentrate and have the conversation. Because when you have this conversation, whether it's about resume writing or career counseling, this is not a 5-minute fly-by-the-night conversation. I need to be hyper-focused. I don't want to miss one factoid, nothing. And the clients want to be heard. They're in pain. They're in a crisis. They just got laid off, or they want to go from trucking into corporate security, or you've got a physics major that doesn't know what to do. He wasn't happy before, and yet he was making $65,000 a year, pretty much out of school. Not happy.
That's a really important topic that I want to just tap into. What if a person is making what they consider to be seriously good money, but they're not happy doing that, and they decide their passion is somewhere else? That means it might take some time, maybe a year or 2 years, before they can make what they used to make. How would you counsel them on what's the best thing for them to do in that situation?
Well, I did it.
I did it too. That's why I'm asking.
I remember interning at Westchester University at the age of 40. $5 an hour. Oh my God. And all I could say was the mantra was, this is temporary. It's my advice to folks out there that want to change careers and that have to take a step down. They must say it's temporary and work very hard to get to the goal. But it's interesting today, you have to be careful because you could be completely suited for a particular line of work and there be no more line of work. Like, I'm so great at interior decorating, I think I'll do that. I don't think so. Oh, no, it's very tricky. So the Occupational Outlook Handbook, Department of Labor, has the job trends, the salary information, what you need to become X, Y, or Z. And you need to research with due diligence. Take the job title, put it into Google, see if there's any jobs out there, read the job descriptions. There's a lot of research and due diligence that has to be done. So when we're doing counseling, we're looking at what's important to you. Is money important? Maybe it isn't anymore. Maybe it isn't, because maybe you got married and you really don't need to work anymore. Maybe just a part-time thing so that you keep your hands in things. Maybe your wife is a physician and you don't need to make that $100K a year. She just wants you to be happy. And there are every kind of combination out there, every kind of combination.
So the bottom line is to pursue your passion.
Well, you look, you could pursue your passion and there be no opportunities out there. This point is about research and doing the due diligence to make sure you don't jump into the frying pan. Sometimes people make transitions either in their field or out of their field. And then I get a call about 6 months later and they say they wiped out the division. It was a startup division. I got hired to run it and it's no longer in existence. So I got laid off. Oh, now we're back to scratch one. Now they're thinking I shouldn't have left. There's risk in everything that you do. There's a risk in me coming out here and not being happy, or a risk that I wouldn't have business. You take the risk. But I'm saying in this case, when you do career transitions, this is not easy. It takes time. But I will tell you that people are landing left and right in COVID, in the middle of COVID. Yes. So you don't want to stop this job search right now. Oh, I wait till after. Don't wait. Don't wait. No.
No. And something else I think that resonates with me is that if you do your research and you truly believe what you're doing is going to work out, knowing that there are going to be challenges along the way and having a plan for how to deal with those. I know in my own situation, I retired from corporate America in February, but I had plan A, B, and C.
Oh,
And
I
I
love
actually had
it.
to get to plan between B and C before I was actually in my lane. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
That's
you've seen
awesome.
this before, right?
Attitude is everything. Whatever we internalize inside our minds will be externalized in minute detail. It's just the way it is. If you think negatively, it's just not going to happen for you. So when it's externalized, it's like cutting out a pattern with the scissors. Whatever you're thinking is going to happen out there. Like I said forever, I was moving west. I didn't know when I was moving west. I knew I was moving west. And everything I did with my home, the enhancements, and I'll put this in, I'll do the new roof. And because one day, I would say these words, one day I'm going to move and I'm going to find a new life out west in blue skies and mountains and, in an environment that makes me feel amazing. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I did not know. I didn't have a date, nothing. And then, bam, it was on my lap. I had to make a decision. Yes, and that family member was my mom.
Yes.
She was a little shocked when I told her, but the following morning she called me up, 6:30 Vegas time. What are you doing? Oh, I'm up. I'm on East Coast time. And she said, make sure you sell that house. Get out now. And I was like, Mom, oh, you're on board. Yes, this is great. Oh my gosh. And then we talked about everything every day about the house. So I was really happy to get her support. And I know she's happy for me now. Yeah.
You made it happen.
We talk every day just about. So
yes. Well, you have this incredible light that just comes out, and everyone that you speak with and meet, you just touch in such a great way.
Gosh, thank you. Thanks.
So believe it or not, we're actually coming to the end of this show, which I cannot believe that, but I would love to know a couple of things before we close out. What's next for you? Because I know there's got to be something.
Well, I am supposed to go back in January to the Career Chat show at RVN TV. So I'm toying around with going back on the air. They have gone on to Roku, right?
January 1st.
January 1. So there's a lot of, first of all, I have a laundry list of people I would love to interview for Career Chat. And I think the show may evolve around career transitions, taking a fireman who is now a real estate agent out here in Vegas, right? Taking people that were in some other line of work and sharing the hope and inspiration that it can happen. And so I think the show will revolve around that, but I haven't committed completely. I am still running my business, and it's all I can say is this is a wonderful environment to write creatively and to work with people via Zoom. And I'm just thrilled with that. Very thrilled with that.
And from your background, it looks like you're already set up there. Your place looks beautiful. So
actually, the office is in transition right now. So I'm waiting. It takes 13 weeks to get furniture now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's awful. It's awful. So this is transition. But you know what? It's a beautiful, beautiful environment to do the work in still. So I'm happy about that.
I'm very happy for you, and it obviously agrees with you. My final question for you is, as we close out the show, people are not where you are, and they're not where I am. They haven't made the change.
Yeah.
They're thinking about it day and night. They're talking to everybody. They're trying to get everybody on board to give them the power to make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
What can you leave our audience with about making a change?
They need to pick up the phone and call me.
Pick up that phone and let's give your contact information again.
Please.
I love that.
Thanks.
I love that. Mindy, you are a true delight. So for people who are listening on the radio, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, a lot of people love email. So Mindy at thomascareerconsulting.com. They can simply go to the website, Thomas Career Consulting, or just Google Mindy Thomas LinkedIn, and I'll come up. Certainly by phone. East Coasters, I am available much into the, I'm out here on Pacific time. So 610-937-5632. If I don't get back to you or I don't pick up, I will call you within 24 hours.
And I always like to spell our guest name. So it's Mindy, MindyThomas, thomascareerconsulting.com. Mindy, thank you so much for being here today. It's been a real pleasure. I will see you backstage as I close out the show, and I look forward to having you back on the program.
Thanks for having me, Dr. Jacalyn. It's been a delight. And Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thank you, Mindy.
Okay.
Hello, a little mistake there on my part. These things happen when you're doing the interviewing and also running the show. So I just want to thank you again, our loyal viewers and listeners. This has been so exciting to watch the change and the progress. And there have been so many people that I have to thank, because I certainly didn't do this alone. We actually have a comment, Facebook user. Very nice. I don't know who that is, but thank you. I'm sure Mindy thanks you as well. So a couple of announcements. We do have 4 shows each week. Wednesday at 2 p.m. is our business show. Al Cini is my co-host. He's a true dynamo. He was with NBC for 20-some years. This man is a great interviewer. We also have our Thursday show, which is at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's all about dating. Yes, you heard it, dating. And then Fridays at 5 o'clock, we have our show that I started with, Stories of Hope, Inspiration, and Overcoming Adversity. And then, of course, we have our variety show. So if you'd like to be a guest, please reach out. You can go to my website, which is drjacalyn.com. And you can also reach out through rappingwithdrjacalyn.com to schedule an appointment, whether it be for interviewing, how to interview, whether it's to overcome anxiety or if it's to be a guest on the program. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. We have a holiday special coming up. I'll leave you with some information on that. It is going to be the 2021 Wealth of Health event. And we have about 15 presenters who each will have 15 minutes to share an inspirational story to help you get focused and set an intention for the new year. So that's all for today. It's a wrap. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time.
I tried to ignore it, but my stomach issues were out of control. I couldn't fix them on my own. It was time to do something. A friend said the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation could help me find a specialist. Feels good to finally have a plan. Don't hide your symptoms. Get help at spillyourguts.org today.